We're staying in our new office project.dwg file. And as you can see, I've zoomed out slightly so that we can see all of the office layout in this particular case. Now, in the previous video, we created our workstation block here. As you can see, our workstation block is there on the layer workstations. Now, over here, these are just objects. As you can see, they're individual blocks that have been brought into the drawing. Wouldn't it be nice if we could work with a central kind of tool that allows us to work with all the blocks in our drawing, but also other blocks we might have used in other drawings? Well, what we have now is a thing called the blocks palette. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase these objects. I don't need them anymore. And there's a reason for that, and you'll see why in a minute. So we're going to get rid of all of these. All these desks, chairs and plants just there like so. So select them, right click, erase them so that we've got empty cubicles here like so. Now the good thing is we've got our workstation block, so we can literally place that workstation in this cubicle and in this cubicle. But what we can do is, instead of using just the insert tool, go to the insert tab on the ribbon. In the block panel, click on the flyout under insert. And instead of using this tool here, we're going to go to recent blocks, and this will open up the blocks palette. Now I'm going to drag this over here a little bit like that. And as you can see, it might actually prompt you for this. Blocks are only available across devices if you select cloud storage. Now, we haven't got any cloud storage set up for our blocks, but you could have a block library somewhere that is in the cloud and you can sync your blocks. So just close that for now. We don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Now, if I go to the current drawing, these are all the blocks available in the DWG file, and there's our workstation 001 block there. You even get this little preview of it, which is kind of cool, right? It's not a dynamic block, it's just a regular AutoCAD block. Now, I'm going to come over here a bit so you can see the original workstation block here. Now, I can select the workstation block, click on it, come into the drawing area, and there's my workstation block like that, just using the default settings. And you may notice it kind of jumps around. That's that smart blocks thing kicking in, the placement of the blocks. You'll notice as I move around, you might see it try to kind of place itself. There you go, like that, for example. And as you can see, what that's doing there is it's using the AI in AutoCAD to smart place the block. Now, I'm not too worried about smart placing the block. I can use the insertion point there on the crosshair if I want to. I'm going to hit escape a couple of times though, because I don't want this block going in like that. I want it to rotate. So ideally, I want it in a different rotation. So let's hit escape there, and let's look at these options we've got. Now, before we jump into those options, there's the recent blocks I've used. Those are recent blocks from the cloud, from other drawings and so on. I can also set my favorite blocks. So if I go to current drawing and right click on my workstation block and copy it to favorites, when I go to my favorites tab, it's now one of my favorite blocks as well. So you can be using blocks from all different locations in the cloud, other drawings, and save them to your favorites tab. You can also create block libraries. Now, we don't have any in here right now, so don't worry about that. I'd like you to go back to the current drawing tab on the blocks palette now. Now, underneath here, we've got the options. Now, at the moment, the rotation angle is set to 0 degrees. Now, if I rotate that through 90 degrees, let's say, let's put in there 90, like so. And I'll just press enter to confirm that value like so as well. If I now click and drag, can you see it's rotated it through 90 degrees, like so? Isn't that great? That's exactly what we want, but it's not the right way around yet. So let's just not place that block. Let's select it, right click, erase it. And we'll go back here and change that value to 180, like so. Now when I click and drag, it's coming in the way I want it to. So I pop it there, release the mouse button, job done. Now that's great. That's been placed nice and neatly in the drawing. And what I can do now is I can select that workstation block, and I can hop back to the home tab, and I can use mirror there like so. Remember, use the little midpoint snap, drag upwards, click there, erase source objects, no, and I've mirrored those, and they're now all workstation blocks. Now, the other thing that might happen is that with these workstation blocks, we've got the old PC Can you see there's the PC block and the monitor? They might need replacing for more up-to-date computers. We don't have monitors like that anymore on computers. They're all flat screens. So what we can do is we can select the block, right-click, and we can go to Block Editor. Now this opens up a different kind of space in AutoCAD. You'll notice we have block authoring palettes here. These are for dynamic blocks. We look at that a little bit later on. But all I'm going to do here in this block editor is select that block there, the PC block. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to erase it. I'm going to close the block editor and save the changes to the workstation 001. Now you'll notice all of the workstation blocks do not have the PC on them. If I just bring the palette over here as well, and I go to workstation here and drag it across, comes in on the original orientation, but as you can see, there you go, no PC. So that's really useful as well to allow you to redefine your blocks in your drawings. It saves you having to go and edit 600 blocks. You can just redefine the block and it will redefine the block definition in the drawing for all of those 600 blocks that you may have in a drawing. You can now close the blocks palette, and what we'll do, we'll remove this block here, just select it, right click, erase it. And as you can see, we've now got different workstations ready for perhaps the new flat screen monitors.